It's been a busy and exciting week for our 11 Investigates team. They're here to tell us what you might have missed, what's next, and share some big news. Let's bring in investigators Brian Duggar and Kaylee Marentet. Give us a peek of what's been going on with you guys this week.
Yeah, it really has been a busy week, and that's actually a great thing. I think sometimes we wonder, what if we run out of things to investigate? But you know what?
Never.
That just never happens. And, we hear from a lot of people about drivers speeding down their streets, and we've been working on a story about speeding tickets being handed out, particularly in those neighborhoods. And you might be a little surprised about the numbers we found, and we even bought a speed gun for this story.
Well, if you have a street that you'd like us to visit because of out-of-control drivers, you can send us an email at 11investigates@WTOL.com. And next week, we are talking to Toledo police about some of the steps they're taking to slow drivers down. So that's one of our stories, but if you missed our story yesterday, you'll want to listen up because we're actually trying to spread the word. Last night at 11 o'clock, we brought you the story about a scamming contractor who's been accused of taking thousands of dollars from elderly people for home improvement jobs on and off since 2006.
Yeah, the guy people say took their money is David S. Broadway. And this is him right here when we covered his time in court back in 2007. Now, we interviewed Roger Bowers, a 90-year-old Korean War veteran with Alzheimer's, who says Broadway quoted him $300 for a driveway, but then had him sign a check for $4,200.
A lot of money. Turns out this was just one story of multiple, at least 5 that we know of in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Actually, it could be 6 because we heard from someone else this morning that Broadway charged them $6,000 to do work on their driveway.
When I wrote the check out, that's when I screwed up myself. But I was upset with myself.
This is what really burns my biscuit, is when an actual human being has no problem scamming a person face to face. He had no problem giving my dad that invoice and taking his check.
What we're hoping is that if you, a family member, a neighbor, or someone you know thinks they might have had a similar story about David Broadway, contact us. We want to hear from you again at 11investigates.com, or you can call 419-248-1153. Again, that's 419-248-1153. Going door to door, by the way, selling services like this is actually illegal under the Green River Ordinance. And if you want to see or read that story from last night, you can see it on our website or YouTube page.
Now, on a much lighter note, if you don't know yet, we have some exciting news to share. We actually found out this week we won the National Murrow Award for our investigation into the Cedar Point employee housing.
And the best part, this is the first time anyone in the Toledo area has ever won one. We're talking more than 50 years here. We're the first ones in this region to win. Even our stations in Cleveland and Columbus have only won a couple since 1971. Not to pat ourselves on the back, but this is one of the most prestigious awards you can get in our business.
And we competed against 14 different small market regions in the U.S. and even in international division. Now, our team's going to be flying to New York City the second weekend of October, and we're going to accept that award at Gotham Hall, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
And while awards are really nice to put on the shelf, this is not why we do this work. We want to help you and to hold the powerful accountable.
But the awards let us know and our viewers know that we're telling our stories well, and that's the goal. So we appreciate your trust in us.